topic. It says, should men be willing to compete for women, and why do you think men are scared to compete for a woman? Because I think, just to put some context to it, I think there was a post I seen where a woman was like that once a guy sees that a woman has, other guys competing for her, they kind of like, all right, well, nah, I'm good on that. Like, they could have their fun. I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? So why do you think guys are discouraged from competing for a woman?
Personally, I feel like men shouldn't have to compete for a woman, just as how I feel as a woman, I shouldn't have to compete for a man. So, like, strategically, the way I would move when it comes to like a guy, it's like if I choose to vibe with you, you top tier. The competition will then be to keep me. That's what it is. Like, to get me, you lucky, but to keep me, that's the competition right there.
To get you, he's a man is lucky.
Yeah, because I would rather be by myself, honestly. I'm not. I'm dead serious. Like,
I
I'd
feel
rather
that too.
I'd rather be alone. Like, I don't need a man to do
That don't
anything.
sound like something
Yeah.
worth competing for. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you know what I'm
Chill,
saying?
chill. It's not even like that. It's not even like that. I'm just saying, like,
Your
I
words are
don't
powerful. So
Word.
if
I
you're
don't
already leading off with
I
saying
don't
So why do you think that somebody would want to be with somebody that don't need them? Like,
no.
or
I'm not
or I'd
saying
rather
that.
be by themselves?
Like,
No, that's not
I
what
would
she's
love.
saying.
She said
I'm
that
not
she'd rather
saying
be
it
by
like
herself.
that. I'm
But she's
not saying
it like that. She's saying
yeah, I could.
if she knows
be alone.
first of all, I'm 110% confident I am a
Yes.
prize, period.
Mm.
So I
You a lie, and the truth ain't in
So
you.
here we go. These women, no accountability, no anything. They just sitting up here. We the prize. We ain't competing. If y'all want us, you'll be lucky if I give you some coup de kata.
And you know what? Understand something, please. As long as all of these sisters are getting their desired outcomes, all right, the sister in the black pleather, she said she'd rather be by herself. So you see what I mean? Like, there's no rebuttal for that. You heard her when she said it. She said you'll be lucky to have me because she ain't really trying to be kept. Just listen here. Shout out to Media Man. Use these women for the lanes they put themselves in. Recreational use only. She'd rather be by herself. She just won't meet HQ. That's all they want. That's success to them. Meet.
I mean, I think everybody should compete for whatever they want, however they need to do it. You need to compete. I need to compete. Everybody needs to compete.
She said, why would she say she don't need to compete? What is causing her? She said, I don't need to. What's causing that?
Because she don't care whether she get a man or not.
Now we got to agree. She want a man. We're not gonna sit here and act like.
I would say she got plenty of men. She don't want to compete because she has an abundance of options.
Right.
There you go. I believe at this age, I'm not even gonna say there's traitors amongst us. She getting me she desire. And you know what? I feel believe that dang near 100% of us gonna get to a point in our lives where we want somebody next to us in our later days. I just do. And I feel like sisters with this kind of mentality gonna learn the hard way.
feel like it's not so, oh, you're competing like to keep me. It's just like if I'm putting my energy, and it works vice versa. I'm not just saying for me, it's also for him. If I'm putting my energy into you because I want to fuck with you because I like you, and I'm taking the time out of like my life to spend time with you, whatever the case may be, then yeah, like you gotta try to fight to keep it. Like
That part.
yeah.
So a man
It's
should
just a
compete.
yeah, it's
to-
just, yeah,
That's
yeah.
the competition in itself. I'm not
that's-
gonna
yeah, that's
put
her
a
definition of
man.
competition.
I'm not gonna put a man in a position where he's competing against other men for me. That's what I'm saying. If I'm choosing you, you top tier. But the competition then becomes, all right, do you meet my standards, like with keeping me? Because I'm pretty sure every man has a standard for a female, right? Y'all have, like, it's like school. To get into a class, you need like prerequisites to get into that class. You need to pass with a certain grade, you know? Same thing like a relationship or somebody that ideally you would think of being with
But
you.
once you pass, you in that class, right?
Exactly. And
Okay.
that means
you
you
said
won
that's
the
when the-
competition.
that's when
That
the
means
real
you win the
competition begins?
competition. Feel me?
But then you
get what I'm
said the competition is the relationship.
No, I'm talking about like during the talking stage.
Oh, during the talking stage.
Yeah.
I would say as long as simps exist, they gonna make it hard for the whole dating market because these women like her, she has the option to go out 5 to 6 days a week with different guys. They will take her out, pay for the meal, pay for the drinks, and give her meat, and she can do that every day with a different guy.
There you go. Or when they try to keep it cute, they'll go out with different guys out for lunch and they'll just have their designated hitter. That's becoming more the norm. They're like, I'm just dating. And there be truth to the hoodoo. So they're like, I'm just dating. I'm not hunching those guys I'm going on date with. Those be the simps. Then they got that designated hitter, big old Tyrone from down the block.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she's competing with those long nails, and I don't. She's talking out of both sides of her neck. First, she doesn't agree with competing. She doesn't feel like she needs to compete, but then she says, in order to get to the next level of school, you have to pass. So clearly, you had to compete at some point with your peers around you to get into high school or to get into a master's program. You have to compete. You have to interview for that. You have to interview for jobs. There's not one thing that you're doing in life that you're not competing for, right? You have to show your value, your worth. So even in the talking stage, you're competing against the other women he could be talking to.
I believe this lack of wanting to compete comes from the participation trophy generation. Like that is wicked. So with that whole thing, that didn't just stay in sports, Raquel. That resonated throughout just the culture, just the generations. Wicked.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, her knees is rough. So she looked like she used to play football with the boys.
Oh,
Boy,
my
she done
God.
lot of rug burns. You need some shea butter, some cocoa butter on them knees. Tell you
Get
that.
her HQ, better exfoliate them knees.
Hey, scrub them knees. You scrub them knees with a loofah pad. Get down there and scrub them every time you get in the shower. Most people just stand up and scrub the vital parts. Scrub them knees and them elbows every time you get in the shower. Use some butter, shea butter. But anyway,
Like when
anyway, people should be competing. You should be competing before you get married. You should really, really, really be competing for the person that you want, for the person that you want to put in your life. That's when the competition happens. Once a person gets married, that competition is the person has already shown their worth. They're supposed to show their worth during an engagement, during a dating period. You shouldn't be doing that kind of competing after you get married. Of course, there's things that you can do that should be done in a marriage, but I'm not competing against another woman once I get married to someone. I'm just not doing that.
Well, you can't get blowed out,
Oh,
so you are competing.
There's things that you don't need to do after you get married. I'm not competing for a husband after I have a husband.
You don't look at it. You see, you don't look at it that way. When you marry, don't look at it like you competing with another woman. No, you competing with yourself. There you go. The only thing standing in any of our ways is ourself. We are our biggest competition. No, you competing with your lower self.
you getting to know somebody, then that's
So you only talk, you in general, you only talk to one guy at a time in the dating stage?
Me personally, I can't do the two at the
It don't
same
work.
time.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
You're not with the threesome, as you're saying.
Well, what's annoying about it though?
I just can't. I can't be two places at once. It's gonna piss me off. I feel like I'm a snitch on myself in a situation where I'm talking to multiple guys at the same time. Like, I tried it. I'm not gonna lie, I tried it before, and it pissed me off to the point where I'm like, you know what, cuz I can't do this. Like, it's I'm choosing between you and another man, and I can't do it. Like, my mind being too many places at once with what I do in my daily life, it's just too much. I can't.
I feel like women will get too involved with both men. You get what I'm saying? Like, I believe you guys can't separate the two guys. You guys be happy with Johnny's doing for you today and what Matthew's doing. So they both making you happy. You wouldn't know how to choose. That's a whole lie, bro.
I mean,
that's a whole lie, bro.
That's not for me.
Women always got their favorite nigga, bro. That's a whole lie.
They do.
Yeah, I've dated multiple guys. Like, earlier this year, I was dating like multiple people, but I just gravitated to one person more because that's just that's just natural. It's too much work. I don't know how guys do it, but it's just too much work dealing with someone else's emotions. And then when you're a female, and this is my definition of competition, a little different, is like, I feel like guys compete Because when I'm dating multiple guys, you know I'm dating multiple guys. So you try to apply more pressure than the other guy if you really want the girl. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had like one guy like he tried to take me like somewhere, and then the other guy he's like, well, he's taking you on a trip, right? Well, I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? But then you also have guys. Then you also have guys that's like, well, fuck her. Like I'm not. Then you have guys that just fell back from me. Like, oh, you giving him attention, then you don't need to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? But it's just too much work. Focusing, my emotions be everywhere. I really like you, but then I also like you. That's just too much. And then it's like you don't want to get serious either. Like I'm not ready to get serious. So the more pressure you're applying because you feel like you're competing with another guy, it just kind of overwhelms me. That's how I feel. Like
She belongs to the streets. Stop, sister. A lot of one fish, two fish. These women ain't stupid. She says, I know I can recognize a simp from the alpha guy. The alpha guy, he ain't gonna waste time. He gonna tell me to beat it. But the guy that stick around, I know I got you when you start sticking around because she got comparisons. If I got 5 or 6 guys and all these guys are doing different things, he can start comparing y'all.
Wicked, the most wicked of work. Men, please, there's too many women out there for y'all to be entertaining a sister that got the nerve, the goal to let you know, like, hey, I'm entertaining other guys. Fellas, I assure you, the best thing you can do is turn around and walk away and make her think you got abducted by aliens because she ain't never gonna see you again. Swear for Lord. Swear for Lord. Ain't no way in heck I'm entertaining. She said, I'm gonna let you know I'm entertaining other guys so you can compete for me. That's crazy.
I had to say that same thing I had to tell everyone that if a person has a roster, walk away from that person, man or woman. You walk away because there's too much competition. You're always going to be behind. You're always going to be doing things you don't want to do, saying things you don't want to say. So if you get into a situation where that he has a roster or you have a roster, you have a roster and he has a roster, walk away from the person, regardless of man or woman. Walk away. Right.
And I would say, look at this sister here on the end. She trying to cover them knees up. She done put them cigarellos over her knees. Yeah, sister, we see you, sister.
Yeah, come on, man.
Somebody said, girl, you got some bumpy knees, some dirty knees. What's going on?
She young and lit. She litty.
I can't do multiple. No.
I'm just a firm believer in karma. It's like that shit will weigh on my conscience heavy if I'm talking to multiple
No, you just
guys.
let them know. I let the guys know. I'm keeping my options open.
Yeah, that's true. Me personally, I'm not dating just to date. I'm dating for a purpose. Feel me? So it's like it's kind of gonna weigh on my conscience knowing that I'm dating for a purpose, and then it's just multiple guys. I can't do that. It's gonna weigh on me.
But if you're dating for a purpose, right, and you got. You know how they say don't put all your eggs in one basket?
Yeah.
Because you dating that one person, and then further down the line, when y'all really get to know each other, you wasted your time because y'all not really compatible with each other. Rather than if you know what I mean, you dated around a little bit, you might have a better chance of meeting the person that you like.
Yeah, there's a process of elimination that can also be applied there too. So y'all never competed for a man before?
I feel like it's all about communication. So it's like if you really like someone, you should tell them where they at, where they stand. And even if you talk to multiple other people, you tell them where they stand. So there's no competition. The only person who should be competing is really the ex if they want you back. The ex got to do way more than the new person coming in your life. You feel me? Because now they got to do. You feel me? They're the ones who.
If they the ex, if they the ex, how they still got a chance? There's a reason why they the ex.
They still be wanting the chance, but it's like they sometimes when you dealing
sometimes
with like
even working it out. It depends on the situation. Not all exes.
I don't
fuck
know.
up,
like me, it's not a lot of girls like me. Like I'm a real loyal person, so it's like my ex, he fucked up, and now it's just like he realized what he had. And I'm not trying to give him no chances. You feel me? But he's trying to, like, throw all this stuff in my face. You feel me?
Lure you back in.
To lure me back in. But he did that before. And I was blind of what he was doing behind my back.
To fool you
So
once,
it's
so
like-
they can't fool you twice type of situation. Like,
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you really like somebody,
I'm
No
not,
ex
communicate
would
with
spin
them.
the block
I'm not
with me.
competing.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
Because you done got addicted to penis juice, and now truth knocking you smooth across your damn forehead.
So here we go. We got these three sisters up here. They talking big talk like they the prize. Like, where do y'all rank them in the chat? From left to right, starting with the woman with this scarf on her head. I know y'all in the chat, y'all the experts.
There you go. Ooh, this gonna get brutal. I can hear him now. What Project Leroy? They all -5s. Bums. But look, man, this sister is wicked. Talking about exes. This sister on the end looking like three little women up here with broken promises. Talking about her ex the whole time.
I was just gonna say that 3LW.
543. It's gonna get worse.
A bunch of average women, HQ. No? What we got?
They all average. They all average looking. They all at 4, 5, and 6. They right there.
Stop right there. Okay, so respect. They had 4 or 5. You know what I mean? And
That's the average. 4, 5, and 6 right there.
Yeah, easy. So they yeah, you go. No, they average nonetheless. Is the point. Why they up here? Average folk, ain't nothing wrong with us good average people, but why do they have this above average hubris about them? I ain't compete. You need to compete for me. The one and the sister say, I'm gonna be dating 3, 4 guys, and you gonna know about it. Her on the end, she stuck on her ex. What I tell you, fellas, I say shame on the man that can't properly vet. This Miss 3LW, she talked about her ex the entire time. That's the only thing she's thinking about.
So it appears we got a bunch of 5s.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm letting them go.
No matter how many
Nobody's
people
order.
you
It's like-
mess with, if you actually want to like have sex and do all the extra stuff, you should have communication
So-
with that person.
That
So
part.
let me,
tell
let
them
me
where they
you said
stand.
you're not competing with nobody's
Hell
daughter,
no.
right?
Hell
So again, it's a
Realistically,
guy that
of
y'all,
course, we're competing.
it's a guy
regardless.
that you vibing with.
If you have to
everything.
compete, it's no reason you should be wasting your time.
Yeah, but say it's a guy that you vibing with, you know, everything is clicking on all cylinders, but he's telling you, hey, you know, I am dating, seeing other women.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm
you
saying.
would- you would-
Realistically, yeah,
you
you
would just-
are. You're competing regardless if a nigga's dating, he's dating the same way he's competing for me. Yes, but I'm saying like I'm not competing in a sense like he really really likes me, right? And he tells me he really really likes me, or maybe he want to settle down, whatever. But he just got this other girl lingering around. And let's say like an ex. I'm not competing. That's what I'm saying. Like if we are both like in agreement that like yo I'm fucking with you, you're fucking with me, whatever, and we're taking things serious, but you still got another girl lingering around, that's when I'm not competing, because then it's kind of like no, like we're not doing
So
that.
that means you just stopping all effort?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
because
definitely
there's a lack of communication.
Yeah, because if you express to me, it's only the stage. It's the stage that we're at. Because obviously in the beginning stage, if it's, we only went on like 2 or 3 dates, whatever, and you're still dating other people, we both weighing our options. That's fine. But if we sit down and have an agreement, like yo, I'm fucking with you, and like I really want to see where this goes or whatever. But for whatever reason, you have somebody lingering around or an ex that's around, I'm not competing. Because obviously you don't know what you want, and you're trying to keep me around, and I don't want that.
Well, if
Only-
they tell you that they're not ready to commit, or you guys are still in a
Yeah, then
dating
that's
process,
fine.
would
I
you
don't-
give them the time?
I would give them the time of day, but just know that I'm gonna also be looking around. So if
That-
I
that
happen
means
to see somebody
communication.
else and they want to take me seriously and I'm ready to take them seriously, then you're out the
Are you
loop.
trying to guilt trip me?
I'm not guilt tripping you, but that's just the truth. That's the reality, because then
Well, they need to ask these women, who are these men? Because that's what matters. Like, is this guy some guy that's smitten with you and he work a part-time at the gas station? Or is this some guy driving a Mercedes making 6 figures? He ain't playing that game.
There you go. And just listen to this, fellas. I must stress the doctrine again. Select a woman that selects you. Let the woman go choose, man. Women know within the first couple of seconds whether or not they really like you or not. And that alone, see that factor alone helps you along the way. But if they don't like you and you sit here trying to shuck and jive to get them to like you, you are foobar. Especially dealing with hypergamous modern women like this, because they'll say it. They're like, oh, you was love bombing me. Don't stop now, ninja. keep on shucking and jabbing. Don't even start. You ain't got to continue. See that HQ? Men are the prize, not the women.
Mhm. You say tomato, I say tomato. Okay, so I'm saying what the young lady's saying is absolutely the way it's supposed to be. That she's dating him. She told him, he told her, we're messing with each other. But then you got another woman around that tells me you're not serious. If we got an agreement, like she said, if we have an agreement, it's me and you, boom, boom, boom. And all of a sudden I find out, oh, okay, this other person is still hanging around, then I'm not going to take you seriously. Then I'm going to open my options back open because you're just waiting for me. You just want to have both women compete on the string. I'm not doing that. If you tell me it's us.
And see, there you go. So men, I would advise you not to deal with women that have that mindset. It is understandable. Two things. Women don't want a man that other women don't want. So saying that a man that has options makes him undesirable to any woman really is a reach. However, there ain't no man that's desirable that's going to smile at the idea of a woman entertaining multiple guys. It says a lot about the character. I don't care what modern society says.
He told her that he took her seriously. Then he turned around and he lied to her. What is she supposed to do? She's supposed to stick around because you lied to me? You lied to me.
I didn't hear nobody say lie.
Yeah. What she said? Did you hear her say? He said it was her and him. Now, when you say that, give a person 3 months. I'm all for giving a person 3 months, 6 months. You do what you got to do. When that 6 month mark comes, we have a discussion. Are you still coming around? You still visiting me? Are we going to try to make something serious happen? See, you tell me, yes, I'm going to make something serious happen. Okay, you're the one I choose. And then I find out month 8 that you still have other women that you got lingering around when I have closed all my option off to you.
Well, listen,
I'm not doing that.
That's why I started off by asking who is the guy. Sometimes women need to hold themselves accountable and act their face. So if everybody in the chat saying these women are 5s and 4s, and this guy they talking about is some high value man that's desirable, they're kidding themselves to even believe anything.
Do you really think these women are gonna get high value? These 3 right here on the couch.
They can, yes, they can hunch on let's slow down. Can these 3 women hunch on high earning or high value men? The answer is yes, they can hunch on them. Yes.
Hunch, not have a relationship.
Missing a fingernail? I don't
Yeah,
I don't know any guy that want to take.
If she got her youth, don't know her age. I feel you. If she got her youth, but I don't know.
If I'm ready and you're not, then you got me hanging around because who knows, you might pick her. Then what? True. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, we're not doing that. If we establish that we fucking with each other and only fucking with each other, then that's what it is. I don't want to hear about Sarah, Samantha, and Caitlyn. No, bitch. Like you're talking to me.
Nowadays,
like all of that is clip.
Nowadays, if you trying to take somebody serious, you like to really know if they really fucking with you. Like you need their Instagram password, you need code to the phone, and you need location.
Oh no, that's the guys you mess with.
Respectfully,
You know what Beyonce said? I'd rather be blonde.
Fuck with me, if we're gonna fuck each other that way, we're building a career together, and we're building everything together. Like yes. We're partners.
That sounds like ownership. That sounds like partnership.
No, so then you guys all want to be hoes and y'all all want to be players. Y'all not trying to commit. Then you're not trying to commit.
No.
If you can't do that, you can't commit.
You can't be ready for a relationship if you're going to go in there making demands. You get what I'm saying? You got to meet me
it's
somewhere.
It's not making demands.
And if you can't...
No, we're talking about...
If you don't trust me, then we can't...
the stage. We're already fucking with each other.
One mic.
So how do you expect me to trust you because we sharing locations and all this other stuff?
This is when we're already like far along into our relationship.
Then I shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah. No.
I shouldn't have to do that. You should trust me. You should know that I respect you like you respect me. and you should be good off
if
of
I
that.
have
But that's
to-
never the
no.
case. That's never the case.
If I feel like
A
I
guy's
need to
always
share locations
entertaining
with you,
girls.
then we
don't.
not
At the
a
end of
thing.
the day, y'all could say what y'all want to say, bro. But when you taking a girl serious and all that entertaining stuff in the DMs, that's not right.
It's
So what the
not.
fuck y'all be doing?
So why
I don't do
we
that.
don't
shit.
do that?
Ah.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
What you are witnessing are alpha widowed women. They are broken. You got to get these women earlier in life before Nug does. Because after he done lied and cheated 1,000 times, now she needs your password and she's projecting all that onto you. You're like, no, the last 20 guys I done been with, they all did the same thing.
This is another main reason why Kevin Samuel said dating is dumb. Because look at what it calls now they jaded. You see what I'm saying? Now every guy gotta make up for her ex. She can't stop talking about this ex. She need passwords. Like, listen, HU, this brother probably a bad man with jail. He probably 6'8", not knock need. Come on. She's like, I need your password. I need your location. Sound like the prize to me.
Not a problem, man. You shouldn't even have to go to that length in a relationship. You should never have to go to that length. The minute I think you've been through my phone, that relationship is over. That's the way it should be. Simply because it's not a relationship. It's somebody trying to take you hostage for your actions. That's not how a relationship's supposed to work. And once they figure out they can't trust you in any capacity, that relationship is over. Because how do you build a relationship off of no trust? If I don't trust you, ain't no point in having a relationship, because I got to think about you on the phone. I got to think about where you at. I got to think about what you're doing. I'm not doing that. That's just what you ain't doing. That's not
say, I say the woman in the middle, she immediately, I get you in, Raquel, what's your take? The woman in the middle was like, no, that's you. He said, I ain't doing all that.
My husband has 2 phones. My phone is always open. You know, I'm here with y'all every Saturday. We are completely we trust each other. When we first started dating, you know, he had a pager, he had 2 pagers, he had a 2-way, you know, he had a Nextel. You know, I never reached or grabbed for his phones. I just don't think that I think that lessens my value to be stalking him like that, right?
Yes.
So it's like, even, you know, and his phone will ping at weird hours of the night sometimes. You know, he works in distribution, so it could be someone talking about the routes the next day, or, you know, and sometimes I'm like, you know, but that's to myself. That's inside of me. You
There
know,
you go. And like
he
you
don't
said,
mind this with y'all, but
Mhm.
we passed a content house the other day when we were out on our date, and they were out there until like 3 o'clock in the morning in that content house. And he was like, you know, I'm cool with how y'all got it set up on Saturdays, but I don't know if I could trust you down here with all those people in that content house, because it looked like a club, you know. And we have those little conversations, and he said that out loud to me. But that's not about him not trusting me. That's about him and other men,
There you go.
know.
You said something there, Raquel, is, you know, how going through a phone or being displaying that insecurity, you know, you say it lessens your value. I say displaying that insecurity is just unattractive for men and women. Listen,
Right.
that's undeniable. I don't care how much a man or woman claim they like you. If you are insecure, especially as a man, that's damn near unforgivable. You can't, because if you are insecure, if you ain't sure about yourself, she is sure as heck ain't gonna be sure about you. And and for a woman as well, it's not attractive. Like, what you worried about? You know what I mean?
Mm.
I don't do that. I can
I
give you
look-
my,
not all
I'll give you my
guys,
phone
but-
right now. Y'all
but
can
we
go through my
can't-
DMs.
but we
I
can't-
don't entertain niggas.
I
But we
don't
can't-
entertain no. I don't entertain nobody. See,
That's
if I'm entertaining one
disrespectful.
person,
You
I'm
talking to a
entertaining
girl
that one
and you telling a
Hold
girl
on,
you
one
love
mic,
her.
one mic. We
That's
gotta
just-
do a better job of just doing one mic. I
Alright,
know
sorry,
everybody,
sorry.
you know, wants to
No,
say
but
something.
that's disrespectful. You talking to a girl, you telling her you love her and you want to take her serious and all this shit, but you in another girl DMs trying to spoil her, fly her out, and do all this stuff.
So
That's
you convinced that
disrespectful.
all men
But
are
I'd rather
like this.
the thing with me is
Yeah.
I'd rather see it than shit behind my back. You get what I'm saying? Like,
That's
I
just-
rather. That's just how
That
I
shit
am.
sound
Yeah, that's why
toxic.
you want
That
IG
shit sound
passwords.
toxic as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta get
can't-
healed before
So-
you go look for somebody. I ain't gonna hold
That's the question you was gonna ask though. That's my question too, guys.
yeah, you think all men are just men that just going into other women's DMs and
No.
just constantly shooting a shot at other women? You think that's just all men in general?
No, there's men
Nah,
who
nah,
are.
keep
I
it- nah,
asked her.
I
I asked
know.
her.
I
Like,
mean-
we gonna get to you.
Keep it real. Keep it real.
I mean, yeah.
Oh shit.
No.
It's crazy.
No,
Uh,
I'm
it's
not
maybe
gonna
the
put
men
that
I'm
on
I'd
attracted
rather,
to.
like she
Oh,
was saying,
okay,
I'd
all
rather
right,
not.
all right, there you
It's
go.
the men I'm
Okay.
attracted to. Like,
Okay.
you gotta have more of a firm thing if
So
I
you're
think-
attracted to men that get multiple women?
Oh shit.
No, I'm just attracted to like a type of personality that I feel like I don't know.
That get
I
bitches.
need to yeah. Not even that. It's just I don't know. Like
You know.
I just
Yeah.
like a G. Like I'm attracted to like G ass niggas. Like that's what I'm attracted
They
to.
get-
So
So,
it's like I gotta be
Basic,
careful
bro.
with that. I gotta like switch up, like
Yeah, you on a path to
Yeah,
destruction
I
with
mean,
that
yeah.
mentality.
I
ain't
gotta start
gonna
dealing
hold
with
you.
corny niggas.
no,
No, it-
why
No.
you gotta be corny?
All right.
Why did you like? Why you gotta
But
be corny?
other people think they're corny. I'm not gonna think
They're
they're
not corny.
Shit, you just described them
There
as
was
corny.
We as
The
women
guys
gotta
that you
start taking
described was corny.
accountability
Yeah.
for the men
Yeah,
that we
but-
choose.
yeah,
Okay.
I just-
Wait, what?
We as women gotta start
Oh,
taking
okay, okay.
accountability for the men that we choose.
I don't
Yeah,
know
facts,
why,
facts.
man.
We
If you
do.
feel like you want to live with a woman, like, what's the problem about sharing the shit? Like, what's the problem?
It's
with
not the
sharing
problem. It's not the
stuff?
problem. It's the idea of like having to ask or having
You
to.
shouldn't have
Because
to
you know what,
ask.
my ex, he had the password to my phone, but it wasn't because I asked for
Yeah,
anything. It was just like, oh no, babe,
shook
get in my
right
phone.
now.
Here's my
That's
password.
all. You guys
It
are
was
all
on
shook
that.
right
And a long story short, like I said before, Alpha Widow, they done been with the man they desire. He said, maybe I need to just start dating corny ninjas. Somebody that's just blowed out simp. Somebody that loves me more than I like him.
See that? That's why I believe, man, the day market is FUBAR. A good, wholesome dude that ain't gonna cheat, that's gonna give you or allow you to have access to his phone, is corny. What is corny? You see what I'm saying? Corny mean he can't participate in a hood dice game. Corny mean he don't fit in on the block in the summertime. That's what, for real, man. That's what corny mean. And it's egregious. They're gonna forever be single, just chasing meat.
now.
But
Like,
sound
it was
crazy,
no,
though,
he
bro.
had the password to my phone. I
They
had the password to
should.
his phone, but it wasn't because I was like, give me your password. It wasn't like that. It was just like, oh hey, can you use my phone really quick? And he just needed my fucking password,
yeah,
and he
like
has
that.
it.
It's not like
But
on some.
yeah, but he didn't have. He
I'm
didn't. I
asking
don't.
for it.
I don't
No,
want to
no,
have
but-
the passwords to his accounts and all that, because at that point it's like, what is the reason behind? If I feel like I gotta ask you, are you doing something, or I gotta question anything, then that means that I don't fully trust. We shouldn't even be in this relationship.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
When
would
you
say
first
take that
talking
nigga
to
phone and run
somebody-
and see how he reacts.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
don't.
and that's my issue with what you're saying. You saying, oh, we gotta share this and do this, share location, all
Nah,
that.
I'm
If
not
you
doing
feel like you
all
gotta
that.
do all of that, then you with the wrong
Yeah.
nigga.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
Yeah, I shouldn't feel like I shouldn't be on.
What's
no.
a relationship without
No.
trust? And
If you
and you
feel-
clearly don't have no trust for the niggas you're in a
Yeah, if
relationship
you
with.
feel that way, you should automatically cut it off. Because I
That's
know
fact.
if I even feel an itchling, like you acting a little
That's fucked
weird,
up
like
that
you
y'all
kissed
feel
me
like
weird
that, though.
today,
It's all
I'm
about
gonna.
the energy. I don't feel
I
like
could-
it's
That's
with the
fucked
phone.
up.
I
Yeah,
can tell
feel like
with,
that.
with
I
Nelly,
just
she
feel.
probably will go through the phone, not find nothing, and be like, this thing got a second phone. He
No,
gotta
and
have a
then
second
still
phone or
find
some
out
That's the
shit like
thing.
that.
No,
No,
you
I,
real.
y'all taking it like far already, because it's not that. It shouldn't be a problem. I'm not saying we have to do it, but it shouldn't be a problem. You get me? Like,
Yeah, I
even if
believe
the
that.
nigga's like, who's in your DMs, and I say he's my phone, you should be able to give me
You
your phone
say
back.
you
No,
don't
I
have to
get
do
what
it,
she's
but it sounds like
saying.
you got a checklist. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No,
Like,
I get-
alright,
No, it's
Instagram,
not that.
check.
It's like if a man
Like,
is asking you, like, who you DMing? Like,
why-
he wrong for
Why y'all
that.
gotta ask
Yeah,
that?
like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that question shouldn't be coming up. But
I don't know.
I do like, if I was to ask, right? And something
think
like
I'm
I would do it just off, like, just to do it. You know what I'm saying? Not because I really want to, but if I was to do that and then he had a weird reaction, then it'll kind of bother me.
And the bottom line, these women, they be having hardcore evidence in most cases. It's not, you know what I mean? They be having their girlfriends will send them a picture. Hey, I seen Jermaine in the hookah lounge with some woman, some big booty chick. Or she will see it herself. I seen his car parked outside his ex house. Let me see your phone. Or you know what I mean? But you got hardcore evidence. just leave. You don't need to see nobody's phone.
Me myself, I'm a bit old fashioned. I really don't know much about this whole hitting phone thing. You know, me and my wife joke around because shoot, I leave my phone around, shoot, we got access to each other's phones. So I don't know nothing about this whole, hack your phone thing. I would have to imagine I ain't trying to call nobody out. But yeah, if I'm on my phone, then like y'all have phones with y'all phones face down. I don't know. I don't listen. It depends on what you want out your relationship. Do you want, do you want trust? Hey, don't give your significant other a reason not to trust you. Don't be moving wonky. This whole phone thing is crazy to me.
Right. I mean, you shouldn't even have that. The whole point is people have blown social media so out of proportion that it just then got to the point where it's a dirty word. I mean, you shouldn't even be asking a person about their social media at all, because if you're involved in a relationship with somebody, you should be trusting them anyway. I'm not gonna ask a man about his social media. What do you do with social media? This, that, and the I'm not even gonna do that. When you show me negative aspects of your interaction with the social media, then I'll be concerned about the social media. But if you ain't showing me no negative aspects, you treating me well, we doing the things we supposed to do, there ain't no money going out the door, I'm not gonna ask you about no social media. I don't care who you DM. I don't care what you say. As long as it doesn't bleed into our relationship, I'm not gonna worry about that. And I expect you not to worry about mine, because I'm not going to allow, if I'm with you in a relationship, I'm not going to allow outside influences to have anything to do with my relationship. So you don't need to ask me about my DM. You don't need to ask me about my social media, because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do because I'm in a relationship with you and I'm acting accordingly.
I'll say this. A lot of this is rooted in insecurities from women and men as well, because I would say a lot of times it's not about cheating. A lot of people just don't want you. It's about privacy. So, whether you're watching some type of podcast on your phone and you don't want her to know that you watch a Single by Choices, you're trying to, or, you know what I mean? She go on your Instagram and start scrolling and ain't nothing but big booty chicks down the timeline. It comes down to privacy after a while, but stand on business as a man. You are who you are. Let her know it is what it is.
Hey, come on, thank you, Mr. X. That's why I know I got a little bit of touch autism, because I got to be me around everybody. I'm this around my wife, my kids, my wonderful in-laws. I'm me. Yeah, like God dang it. Like, fellas, don't be hiding who you are.
Me too. Like, it's no secret. It's not. This isn't a secret. What I say to y'all isn't a secret.
Man,
nothing is a secret. It is what it is. Like,
that's the way to be. Yeah, no secrets.
That part.
I would just say take the nigga phone and run and see how he
reacts. Maybe work in the nightlife.
So if you ask your man, whatever, let me see your phone or whatever, and he's like, for what?
You're done. You got to skedaddle, honey bun, because why are you acting like that?
Oh, a bitch is calling you.
No, I'm gonna be like,
and I say, let me see the DM. Why can't you show me? Why can't we be open about
But now,
stuff?
As a man, I'm in my head because, like, why you asking me that? What are you doing that's making you think that I'm doing something?
See what I'm saying? This is too much. It's about I don't ask, period, because it's the truth, and that is too much. Like, it takes too much.
Because if we sitting there, we both good, we trust each other, everything flowing. Women like to make up problems in their head and then ask you stupid questions.
It's not in our head. Stop doing that. It's not in our head.
It's in your head.
It's not.
It's an if. And sometimes it's just that time where, I be feeling down for the count and I be wanting reassurance. Just as how I would want my man to be like, reassure them. Like, I feel like
that you still love me.
Yeah,
that you still care about me.
You know what the
No.
You know what the flaw in that is though? It's like, okay, I'll give you an inch. I'll do it for you this time. Then now it's like, where's your location?
Oh,
then
location is
no,
crazy.
Look, but
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's how it starts.
That's
you
how
want
it
to see my
starts,
DM, then you want to know where I am, then you want to know why I ain't answering my phone, then you want to know why I ain't answer a text. Just everything is getting overanalyzed. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and you like, well, you did it for me before.
But let me tell
What's
you,
up now?
I don't know why.
Let me tell you, this is exactly why I don't
have
go
to
through
be
phone. I don't do
toxic,
none of
though.
that. I don't do none because social media is toxic.
First of all,
and I don't
social
care what
media gonna
nobody
get caught up.
Go
shit.
ahead.
I mean, social media gonna get you caught up faster than your actual phone will.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest with that shit.
Like, social media is so toxic because everything we overanalyze regardless. A heart eye under a picture from a friend from 3 years ago or a guy you used to talk to months ago means something today.
To y'all, because y'all insecure. Like, these women, some men can't even like pictures. These women be like, why was you liking that woman's picture on Instagram? Because she's insecure. She done looked at the picture you liked. She done scrutinized herself. She done had a comparison. And she said, I'm lacking where she ain't. And, well, you just got to do the work, sister.
There we go. I done touched on this. Here we go. Y'all better break out your pen and paper. I think I got a little gem here. Men and women get insecure about social media interactions because they observe their man or woman giving other folks energy that they ain't giving the person in their own house. I.e., like I said, a lot of men only hear their woman giving that sweet customer service voice when they're on the phone with a stranger. Then so they get off the phone, they all feminine. Yes, okay, bye. And then what you want, ninja? And vice versa. You know, Bonquisha, like, why you liking and gawking over this big booty chick and you ain't smacked my hiney in months? Huh? Tell me I'm lying. So you can't be giving strangers more energy than you giving your spouse. That's always going to cause a problem. That's why we up here, and I'm a married guy, and we sit up here and we critique women. My wife ain't worried about me talking about no big booty woman because of the energy I'm giving her. She laughing right along with me.
My husband, like, he'll hear y'all when I'm washing the dishes, and he'll walk right over to my phone to see what y'all talking about when y'all like, oh, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't care about that. I don't care if he is liking big booty girls. I don't have a big booty, so go and look at them. That's fine with me.
Well, like I said, like he's giving you energy. You ain't tripping off of that.
Well, I'll say that's why right now in the dating market, we are seeing a lot of these couples are getting into poly and all that type of stuff. This is going to become more of a norm because, you know, men are on social media liking pictures and these women are insecure. So they say, I would rather bring this woman into the bedroom before I lose my man. So that's going to become more of a norm.
Shit.
HQ to say for you. Stand down, HQ, stand down.
I already know what introducing. I already know that introducing another element into a fixed unit brings about damage to the fixed unit. So if that is something they want to do, you go ahead and do it. Those dynamics, once you enter a marriage and you say it's going to be you and that person, the minute you introduce something else, it changes that whole dynamic. And then it's only your fault for allowing it to come into your relationship. Oh, heck, would never introduce another woman or another man into my relationship ever.
You know what I mean? Or maybe you know what I mean? That means that, oh, so you just now started fucking with him because why he commented on your recent picture? Excuse me, sir. I don't control this man's actions. Like, you know what I mean? It's too much. This girl, she loves your man's story, right? And it's really just a story. And it could be a drink that the nigga got. Why she hiding it? Oh, she was with you? Are you insane? But that's how deep social media is. It's so tough. I'd rather not know. I don't want no passwords. I don't want to see it because it just makes you crazy.
It's just I'm not investing energy and time for me to get slapped in my face. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the issue. Because
and the thing is, I work nightlife, so it's like I feel like men they automatically don't.
But
trust
that's your problem. You work in nightlife and you seeing every man that's approaching.
No, you're not listening. I said automatically men. I feel like men don't trust me.
Yeah, and you're not.
So I feel like that's why
you're not listening as well because you're assuming that every man is like how those men are that's approaching you on nightlife time.
Mm-hmm.
We're not. Every guy's not that guy. You in that type of environment, so of course it's on that hit it and miss it type shit. So you got to understand if you're in a different atmosphere, you're gonna get a different type of guy.
No, I know, but I'm feeling like if we want to potentially get married one day, what's the problem with sharing passcodes?
I wouldn't offer you a ring if you already chastising me like I'm your child. I'm your man.
The fact that you're taking it that way, that's just insecure and it shows that you're doing something wrong.
He's
No, not at all.
Not insecure.
fellas,
It shows that you're doing something wrong off rip.
Bruh.
don't deal with women like this. I promise you. It's a headache.
Don't
It's
do it
toxic.
I disagree.
It's toxic.
I disagree because I'm a part of nightlife as well.
Yeah.
So literally finding a man in the club is a hit or a miss.
I found the guy I'm talking to now. I met him. And
It's a hit or a miss. You gonna either find a good guy
Especially
in the club or
the
you gonna find a
industry,
bad guy out of the club. That's just how it is. You're just gonna have to vibe with him and give him the benefit of the doubt in the moment. And once you realize like, oh, this is the guy that I potentially want to be with, then go based off of that. I can't put nothing past nobody though.
Yeah, because he could say the same for you. Like you saying, like they depict you that way. So why would you want? Because you're depicted like that, and you don't like feeling like the way they're depicting you. Like, oh, she work in the club, so they could probably be saying, oh, you a hoe. Not saying you are, but you know what I'm saying.
No, they
like,
automatically think, oh,
she got all that and all that. Like she always in niggas' faces, blah blah blah. Why would you want that? You don't like that depiction, so don't depict the guy the same way. That's how I take it. Because
I think the flaw is, especially with you in your head, you think there's only two types of men. Either they're G or they're corny. Like there's no in between
No,
for
it's
you.
not.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've dealt with good men. That's the problem. I've dealt with good men that
I find that
been
hard to
there for
believe.
me,
Like, I find that
supported
hard to
me.
believe.
But the thing is, they were cheating on me and playing me behind my
Then
back.
that's not
And
a good
I
man. How's that a good
and I
man?
had no idea. That's what I'm saying.
So supporting you was the good part of them, but cheating on you is so. Beyond the support, what else made him a good man?
Trying to cheat, yeah.
No, I'm saying
immature
besides the
part.
supporting you part, what made him a good man?
I mean, he did everything good. What do men do? They
Shit, you gotta tell me what you find was
Besides-
good.
besides-
support you. What
No.
What else do you need?
She's trying to say he looked good. It's a visual thing. So these women are not dating men on their character or anything like that. They don't have to. They're young, they're in their prime, and they can get the meat that they require right now. So they're not checking for average men that work at Amazon. Average to them mean a guy that look real good, but he ain't got a lot of money.
That part right there. Shout out to the brother hosting the show there. You know, he said, so the only benefit a man provides is being able to help you financially, provide for you. And pretty much she's like, yeah, she's like, you know, what all that entails, you know, provide for you, help you, all finances. These women have no idea provision is more than just money. And they don't know that because they're not in a position to receive true provision. Provision is also protection, you know, guidance. That's the biggest thing. A man being able to guide you, help bring you closer to whoever you deem to be your creator and facilitate a dream. They don't know nothing about that. You got to come with the money if you want to have some fun.
Oh, so that's all you need.
That's the flaw.
Yeah, you
You
gotta
have
wake
no
the fuck
emotional
up.
stability in your relationships. That's what you're saying. Like they're only there
To support.
support and provide for you. Basically,
You're not gonna find a healthy
You're not
relationship.
gonna find a healthy relationship
everything.
because
Like,
deeper than
where's
that.
loyalty?
It's deeper
Where's
than
trust?
that.
Yes, all of
where's
that.
like
That's what
no,
I'm
but
talking
that's
about. But
he didn't
there's
have
no
that.
trust. There's no loyalty if you cannot do that.
Then he's not a good
Then
man.
he's not a good man.
Exactly. So why is
He's your
everybody getting
father.
so worked up
Because
and
that
saying I'm
means-
toxic?
Because that's
because
a
you
father.
are,
He's a
but-
father to you. He's supporting you. That's a dad.
You're-
No, like that's
We're
not.
talking about the passcodes.
No, yeah, but
No,
you're
but that was all underlining. That's insecurity. That's you lacking trust in a partner. Like,
Supporting doesn't have to be with money. It could be emotionally, mentally.
but he's not supporting you emotionally, or
If
he
he's
doesn't care about
cheating
your
on you,
emotions. He doesn't
if he's
care about
cheating on
you
you.
at
But
all.
what I know what's happening behind my back, I don't know. This is what I
No, but
find
the
out.
overall
But he
picture
doesn't
is
take
he's
it
not.
into consideration.
Yeah, he
But
don't
you-
care if you crying later on because you
Yeah.
have to find out.
But you still described him as a good man.
That's not
And
a
he-
good
and-
man.
and you
period.
still
in
have-
my face.
That's not
He's
a good
not.
man.
That's
If you're
not
not a
a
good
good
man
man.
behind
Not
your back,
in
you're not a
your
good
face, I'm
man.
like,
Yeah.
If he
I
can't be
love
a good man in
That's
your
why I
face,
have
then-
trust issues.
But when we asked you just now, you say you had good men in your life because they support you or whatever, blah blah. But he was cheating.
he really
That's
just
not-
bought your time.
Yeah, that's not a good man.
He's pacifying you with gifts.
Yeah,
He's
put
just
me
paying
in,
for
he put me
you.
in position and everything, opportunities and everything.
that don't mean
So-
shit if he cheating.
My thing
It's
is
crazy.
you cheating like men based off your past traumas, right? So basically, when you come into a new relationship, you bringing that trauma with you, and you're not giving him a chance because you automatically like, oh, I gotta have this, and that in order for me to trust you.
You guys are assuming. I didn't say automatically. I said if
Later
we're
down the line.
potentially.
You said if we in a relationship, we deep
Yeah,
in a relationship,
in a
right?
relationship,
Right.
potentially thinking of marriage. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about.
Yeah, I agree with her.
I'm not talking about when we're competing with each other or talking to other people.
I'm talking
If
about
we're
in a
talking to
relationship.
other people, it's not. There's no point of doing that.
Yeah, but it's the way. I get what you're saying because I mean, like I said, like me and my ex, he had the passcode to my phone and stuff,
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
not a
But the problem is like you demanding it. Don't say like you're
You
demanding.
guys are assuming though.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Not,
It's no,
I
but
never
that's
demand
you-
anything.
You
trying to
said it should
understand
be
you.
expected.
If we're planning to get married.
Accountability is like kryptonite. Look at her. Even her fellow hyenas. Because it's not just the men. It's obvious if she gonna give pushback to the men. That's obvious. Even the other hyenas is like, hold on, sister. They're like, listen, just listen, do it like this, don't. And she's like, oh, don't tell me what to do.
I can't stand whenever, like you said, these modern hyenas use these tactics. They keep you going in a circle. They get off topic. So now she'll be like, oh no, you're assuming I didn't say that. And listen here, that's why you gotta speak very, very clearly when speaking to these sisters. Don't ever, you gotta say you didn't say it, but what you said is leading to this is your thought process. You gotta be very clear because they always gonna say, I didn't say that. Because if they don't say it verbatim, that's gonna be their number one rebuttal.
In therapy, they call it crazy making, right? It's just a whole bunch of nothing, and you're going around and around and around a whole bunch of nothing. Nothing's going to satisfy her unless she gets what she wants. She's very immature. She's childish. It's just, you could just look at her. She's a hot mess.
She won't concede, HQ. What's wrong? Why won't some sisters concede to good information, regardless how bad it feels?
Everybody a genius. Everybody know what is and what ain't the correct information. Instead of saying, okay, maybe I don't know, maybe I have it wrong. They don't want to admit that they're wrong, and they keep doing the same thing over and over again.
But that is healing. Saying if that sister saying, like, I never thought about it that way. Let me consider that. Like the conversation shifts with accountability. It's
Well,
amazing.
I would say after a certain point, everybody needs to concede. I would say, I think too much on the internet, people try to convince people who don't want to be convinced. This woman has drawn a hard line in the sand, but everybody's trying to convince this woman. It is just let her be. I told y'all before, let people drown. They don't want to take the knowledge. You can't force it down their throat.
There you go. Because we see what happens. They end up getting aggressive. Then you got to be careful nowadays. They might end up hitting you. Yeah, be careful, man. Don't be letting these women physically abuse you.
Married, yes.
Yeah,
so it's a demand.
It shouldn't be a
It's a demand. If you're expecting it and it should be done,
it should not be.
You're not using the word demand, but that's what the fuck you mean.
Yeah, that's the problem. Because I don't mind. I feel like I would openly give my man the password to whatever.
First of all,
in the
especially
relationship,
if
I
we're
don't
planning
care.
to run
But-
businesses together.
But
and
it's
all
not.
that.
But it's not a demand. My thing is, it's not a demand. If it happens, it happens. Hey, you want my password? Hey, I'll give it to you. I don't
Exactly.
care. But it's not a demand. Like, oh, you have to give it to me. No.
She understands where I'm coming from. You need to say where.
It's not because I do feel
everybody
like
else getting all worked
in
up.
my relationship, it's okay. So like later on in the lines, whatever, we have each other's password. It's not a problem.
Right.
But my thing is, it's not a demand to have it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not demanding my man, like, give me your password, give me your password. But if we're together and I ask for it, it shouldn't be an issue. Like, and even if I won't, even though I'm saying I won't, but I'm saying hypothetically, if I was and we have each other's password, it shouldn't be. I don't feel like it should be an issue within the relationship.
I would say Godspeed to everybody out in the dating market. This is more, it's only going to get worse. I done said it week after week. If y'all think this is bad, wait till about 5 years, 10 years. It's going to be god awful.
I don't have hope. I have faith that there are other options. Men, just learn how to vet because y'all going to come across sisters like this. They're going to come across in, uniform, camouflage. But I'm still leaning on going to places where these folks ain't that. You heard 2 of them. I believe 2 of them said they are bottle girls. All 3 of them talk about meeting guys in a club. I'm telling there are, and then one of them is wives. Your wife is not in no club. Your wife is not a bottle girl. She's just not. Stop trying to make it so. I don't care how she bat her eyelashes at you. I don't care if she give you 10% off on an overpriced bottle of cheap liquor. It's not your woman.
As far as them, Glaze Galaxy.
Oh, no other place for them.
We got us the gun line.
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
We may not know which way to go. Oh Lord, see, this shit is gonna be dangerous. Some dark-winged duck shit. Let's get dangerous. I play the fool for the fool. Everybody plays the fool sometime, and no exception to the rule. Listen, baby, I played the fool for a fool.